So as we get into the holiday season and wedding season, tuxedos are a big part of our business, at least anyway. And if you're thinking of tuxedos, there's really three major tuxedo styles that you're going to see out there. Three that we offer, but we offer a lot of colors, a lot of different styles to choose from. So we're just going to run through a couple of different things that you might be considering. This is a peak lapel, satin front, one button tuxedo, okay? This is a little bit more of an updated style. The tuxedos that we make, we put a little bit of a stitch along the edge like this, okay? This is an optional. If you don't want that, we don't have to do it. But it just adds a little bit more sophistication to it, finishes it off really nicely. And if you notice with the one button, especially with the peak, it gives a little longer line to the lapel. If you're a shorter person, that's great. It gives you a little bit of height. But what it does, it basically makes you focus at this point right here, because you're showing off the studs on the front, showing off the bow tie, and also the white piqué finish to the shirt, okay? You're accessorizing all this together. Obviously, you can change out the tie, you can change out the studs, but this is a very classic look. Everything works together here, okay? We finish it off with a handkerchief. These are all made for us in Calabria in Italy. They're all hand finished along the edge, which picks up the black in the tuxedo itself, okay? So this is a peak lapel satin front, okay? With all our tuxedos, you'll find that we'll do the buttons all match the front of the lapels, okay? And obviously, French cuff. This one I didn't put the stud set on that, but you can put pretty much any cuff link you like on that. I personally prefer to match the stud set, okay? As we move on to the next style, this has become a very, very popular style, especially with our young grooms, okay? It's a shawl collar lapel. Again, very long line. I call it the James Bond look. It looks very, very sleek, okay? This one we happen to do it in a navy, which gives it a very classy, very striking look to it. Obviously, this is also available in black. Again, we did the pick stitching along the edge, one button, giving you that long line to the top button, okay? We matched it up with the blue to accentuate the blue in the fabric. And also, we put a lapis and pearl stud set on here and matching cufflinks with that. So really completes the whole outfit. Even the stitching on here is blue, so everything really works together. And you'll find that blue is the new black. You'll see a lot more blue out there. Obviously, if you want something a little bit more formal, a little bit more traditional, then you stick with black. We should move on to the next one. This is the most traditional tuxedo that's been around for probably 100 years. If you're a traditional kind of guy, you want a very, very traditional wedding, no frills, this is the way to go. Two button, very American version, okay? Two button as opposed to the ones which are one button. Again, you still got a longer line. The difference on this tuxedo is that we did a fly front. The fly front means that the buttons are hidden, no stud sets. What that means is on the cufflinks, you can pretty much use anything you want, okay? The tie, you can go with something that matches this exactly if you want to stay ultra traditional, or if you want to pep it up a little bit, you have something with a little bit of a pattern just like this, like a watermark. This one we did just a plain white to pick up the white in here. So very, very simple, very classic. Again, if you're a traditionalist, this is the way to go. We can do different mixes of all these styles for you. If you wanted this in a blue, we can also do this in blue. All these are available ready to wear or custom. So you have a variety of price points and styles, okay? One thing I will add, which a lot of people ask me, a lot of the grooms will ask me, is why is this in here, okay? The reason this is when you put a flower in your lapel, you want the flower to go through here. You don't want it to go through here. That's gonna ruin the satin. The other tuxedos I showed you over here do not have a buttonhole. So nowadays you'll see that you have magnets to hold in the boutonniere in there. That's what I would suggest. So if you have any questions or you'd like to find out more about our wedding packages or our formal packages, go to davidecoutinho.com and remember to dress well.